Hello, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to be talking to you today on how to do your mascara makeup. So you've probably just received your kit, or you've gotten your new makeup and you're sort of looking at all of these colors going, what do I do next? So I wanted to make this video for you to help you have a better transition with getting your new makeup and feeling confident with what you're doing. So for me, my makeup routine, you still want to think and consider what your skin is. If you have oily skin, you may need to find a primer or something that could help combat the oil, just like any other makeup. What I've found, honestly, with this makeup line is to not use a primer. It actually works the best for most people. But for me, I do love the Becca Ever Matte Poreless Primer. I will put it on my nose and sort of my T-zone because I do have really big pores and I tend to get super oily just naturally. Even without makeup on, I tend to get oily. So I know that about my skin, so you got to think of that. You got to think of what your skin is and combat those things. So I love to put on this and I just use like a little dab on my nose, my T-zone sort of area. It just sort of fills all that in. I don't need to use a ton because the rest of my face I'm using the Stay Spray, and I'm just going to put it on my hands and I'm going to just sort of press it into my skin. This Stay Spray is amazing for setting your makeup before and after you've put it on. So you want that to sort of set in, dry, and you can even with your perfector sponge that is damp, make sure that it's damp and you wring it out, and you're going to press this all in and make sure that it's dry before you apply your makeup. So now you've probably received 2 highlights and a contour. If you're special and you have a few more colors, that is wonderful, but you're probably overwhelmed. So what you want to think of is your lightest shade is going to go underneath your eyes here and probably down your T-zone area and here. Okay, so that is where it's going to be the lightest, and your darker shade is going to go along your jawline, sort of everywhere else, probably higher on your forehead. So your darker color is what's going to be matching your, like sort of your neck and everything else, but we can also warm it up with the contour or Bella bronzer. And we're going to be covering up this little good nugget today. So I'm going to go in, I'm actually going to start off with a color corrector. So you can keep it simple and just stick with one color, or you can mix it up having the 2 colors. If you do have more skin like I do, I'm getting older and I do have places I need to correct. So actually, I love using this color Frenchie. It's a lip and cheek color. It's not a highlight color. So this is used to actually, you can use it as a blush or as a lip color. But what's so great, this color is a perfect shade that sort of combats that like purpley blue underneath your eyes. And sometimes when you go in with just straight, like your highlight, if it's too light and you're having those underlining colors, it's not going to cover it that well, and you're probably still going, why is this not covering that well? Or why do I have like some splotchy spots? You need to get yourself some Frenchie, or if you're more of a dark colored, if you're more olivey dark, you probably need Mango. Mango's a highlight color, and that could really counteract some of those colors. But Frenchie is great for lighter skin ladies. So I'm going to start off with that. Now I'm going to go in. Buffy brush is my favorite. We have so many amazing brushes. I don't think there's really a right or wrong. I think it's just going off of what you like. So I'm the Buffy gal. So I'm going to go in with the small end first. I use Candlelit underneath my eyes. And so we're going to go in. And because I have more combination skin and tend to get a little oily, I don't use too much makeup. I don't like to feel like I have makeup on. I do need a color correct, and I need to put, you know, obviously I'm putting enough on to cover everything. But as you can see, I'm barely dabbing into the product. This is a cream product, so you don't need to use a lot. And you almost just want to dab it in and just smooth that around. Gonna go down on my little spots on my nose that tend to just not go away. So I'm gonna go here in my T-zone. Now I'm gonna go, this is amber, I'm gonna switch to the bigger side. And we're gonna go down my jaw. And really, you can put just your contour color here. You don't have to do your highlight all over. But for me, because I do tend to have, I have some age spots, acne spots, you know, life love on my cheeks. I just like to cover it all with the highlight, and then I go in with my contour, and I feel like that just covers it the best. So you need to figure out what works best for you. You can get a little bit fancy, and if you are wanting 3 highlight colors, that's what's so fun. They're $14. You can get as many highlight colors as you want to really specialize like your makeup. So I'm actually gonna go in right now with, this is linen, and it's a really light color. I would not normally just go in and put linen in here because I feel like linen is too light for me. But because I've put those other colors in, it really, I can go in there and just sort of brighten up that area. Now I'm gonna go in with ash and shadow. I love using this detail hack brush because it's nice and flat. And I can really get in there with my cheekbones. And really what you want to worry about right now is just getting that good defining line. You don't want to go too far in. If you go too far in, and I almost like to do like a slightly bring it up. If we're dragging it down or go too far down, we're going to start looking like a skeleton. So we want to keep this line. You could even go in and, like, if you feel like you've gone too low, and you can really just fix that. But I like to really just focus on bringing it down to almost like the sides of my eyes, and then like brushing it up. Because then it's sort of giving you like a lifted cheek look, and it's sort of like hugging your cheekbone. So we want to hug it. You almost don't need to worry about going too dark, because seriously, you'll be able to blend it all together with your sponge and the Bella bronzer. Now you're going to go the jawline and down. And while you do this, and you almost want to go on the sides of your neck with the contour. The great thing with doing this is it's really going to define your jaw, and especially as us getting older, we don't want that double chin look. We want a really nice defined jaw look. So the Bella Bronzer, if you do not have the Bella Bronzer, you need it in your life, especially because it's summertime. I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush now, and I'm going to add this Bella Bronzer almost along the line of my contour, and it's really going to just warm everything up. And it's almost, you see how it's like blending that line? It's keeping that line in there, but it's sort of, your contour wants to be cool, but your Bella Bronzer, it almost is like you've gotten sun. We do have a Vanilla Dust setting powder. I use it all the time, as you can tell. But I'm going to show you. You can also, so Becca has a under eye setting powder. So now I'm going to go in with Cayman Bronzer, and I'm going to set this. I'm going to go along where my contour was. And don't you worry, we're going to contour our nose. But you see how, so I set my light stuff with a light powder, and I'm setting my dark stuff with a dark powder. Okay, I'm gonna do my contour nose. This is the Bend and Tab brush, which I love. And we're gonna go down this side. So this is Ash. I'm really gonna define my nose. Now we're going to go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go up and down on the sides to blend this in. Once I've got that blended in, I still don't have anything on it, but I'm actually going to add the powder to my nose. I'm just going to put it on the sides and freshen that up. So now I've got that on. We're going to do our cheeks. Going to go with our B Square brush. I love this for my blush. And I'm going to do a mix of Frenchie, because we had Frenchie to go underneath our eyes, right? So it's a multi-use, multi-purpose blush and brush. Blush. So I've used this for underneath my eyes, but I'm also going to use it as my cheek color. But you can totally mix up any, you can put in a little bit of Hollywood. These are really concentrated. You don't need to use a lot, which is nice. So if you feel like you need to press that in more, get your perfector sponge and just sort of press and dab all that in. Okay, so I have my blush on. Now I'm going to do an illuminator. We have cream illuminators and we have powder illuminators. It depends on. The cream ones are a little bit more subtle and soft and more natural. The powder ones add a little bit more pop. So I love the powder ones. I think, hey, if you're gonna go big, you know? So I am putting Photoshop on. This is like a pinky illuminator. And then Glamazing, which, and I'll show you because I'm using this as my mirror. Glamazing is more of a white shimmer. I like to put down the center of my nose. I like to go on the inside of my eyes. And this brush is amazing for, I feel like, the powder illuminators, because the ends are like perfect for them. And then I like to go with glamazing with just my finger. I'll go on the top of my lip. And you can always add with a contour on the bottom of your lip to add a little shadow there. And as you notice, I just did my brows, so. And I'm gonna do an eye look on a different video, so if you want some eye looks and eye shadow tips, go check out my other video. This is just your basic 3D foundation video to help you get started and hopefully feel comfortable using your new 3D foundation. So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to use, this is Desert Sunset, and just add a little lip color. Super soft and natural, and there you go. That is your 3D foundation. Hopefully this video helped you with your makeup, and hopefully if you have any questions, reach out to me to get some more colors, or if you feel like it's not looking that great, it's probably the wrong color. And so let's get you on using the right colors. It should look seamless and it should just blend in so nicely with your skin if you have the right color. So hopefully that helps you, and I hope you have a great day.